Unissa Cruz, and I am your fan enhancement host out here in the stands kicking it with you fans all night long. Now, we're very excited to be here with you tonight at Oracle Park. We have 12 of the best Monster Jam superstars in history here to hit this track and throw it down across 3 competitions. First up, we have the JCB Racing competition. Then we have the Great Clip Skills Challenge. And then later on after halftime, we have Monster Jam Freestyle. Now, each one of these drivers will compete across all 3 of these competitions, and they will receive points based on their finish. But that is not the best part. The best part is that you all get to play a pivotal role in helping us crown our overall event champion. But I'll talk a little bit more about that later. For now, I'd like to direct your attention back on over to the Monster Jam desk with my co-hosts, John and Lindsay, to tell you more about what you can expect to see right here tonight.
Thanks so much, Unissa. John Saponaro and Lindsay Noble back here at the Monster Jam desk, and I think it's the best seat in the house. I am located right underneath the giant baseball glove and the Coca-Cola bottle, which means I can see the entire track, and you can see it behind me, and this is where I'm going to be for the entire event, giving you all the play-by-play for all the competitions that Unissa just mentioned. But the person working harder than anybody else is right here to my right. Lindsay is going to be behind the scenes in the pit area, over in crew seating, and out on the track with these Monster Jam superstars. Isn't that right, Lindsay?
That's right, John. I always say it is easy to work hard when you love what you do, and we do here at Monster Jam. John's right. I'm going to be back behind the scenes bringing you guys all of the breaking news of some of the most exciting moments in Monster Jam. And what I can guarantee you is while our 12 Monster Jam superstars are competing on this track, our UNOH technicians and our crew chiefs are working so hard off the track to make sure that each truck is competition ready.
Well, you know what, Lindsay? Here we are. We turned the calendar, and it seemed like just yesterday that you and I and Unissa were kicking off the 2023 season. Well, that is well in the rearview mirror. We're going to be visiting a lot of the same stops along the way here on Stadium Championship Series West that we were a part of last year. But, of course, this is a bit of a new one, if you will, for Monster Jam. First time back here in Oracle Park since 2007 for any of these superstars, for all of us. And I know it's a little extra special for you because this is where you spent the first few years of your life growing up right here in San Francisco. So how great does it feel to be back home?
Oh, it's absolutely incredible. I have over 20 friends and family in our stands here today, and I'm so glad that they've come to be able to see me here in action. My mom and I had season tickets to the San Francisco Giants throughout my entire life. I've been to the World Series not once but 2 times here in San Francisco, so I hope that I'll be able to attend a third this season. But, you know, it's just a dream come true to not only be here at Monster Jam, but to be here at Oracle Park is incredible.
And, you know, you mentioned those World Series championships, and maybe that is a bit of an omen for one of our superstars that's going to start their season here in just about an hour or so. And you know what? We saw that last year with Colt Stevens and Thunder Roris making his return to Monster Jam in competition, leaving the broadcast booth. He gets to pilot a brand new truck. He doesn't win the series, but he makes it to World Finals and walks away a Freestyle World Finals champion. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the kind of thing that is on the line. It all starts right here tonight as we open up Stadium Championship Series West.
So, it's game day, and you need to get your hair in shape. Enter Great Clips. Our skilled stylists save your haircut details and clip notes for the look you love almost as much as your team. We got you, and you got this. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Epic Trucks, Epic Stunts, Monster Jam. Can you conquer the Big Air Challenge? Try to reach the top. Ooh, still close. Blast in the big air. Boom! You hit the top and blasted the fireworks. Monster Jam trucks win. New Monster Jam Big Air Challenge. Other trucks each sold separately.
Lucas Oil, it works.
I run Lucas Oil.
It doesn't matter if you're on the water,
Driving to work,
or competing in a sold-out stadium.
Lucas Oil products will help you get the most out of your vehicle.
Monster Jam has run Lucas Oil in and on our trucks for over 10 years.
we wouldn't run anything else.
Lucas Oil, the official oil of Monster Jam.
Welcome inside the Monster Jam studio.
Turn it up, dude. I'm trying, man.
So let's get to it tonight here at Snapdragon
Woo!
Stadium.
That's how you do it. Oh, what a move! Oh,
Moment. And what a great finale to her 2 minutes here. Go team with the 9.613. A huge score.
TV.
Tape. Total tape. Easy, fast. Taped. Holy tape.
Total Tape, the construction adhesive tape, features an exclusive mesh reinforced formula for instant grab and permanent hold.
Let's try it. You totally taped it. Wow, you nailed it. I mean, you taped it. You totally taped it. Taped it. Taped it. Taped it.
Ask for Total Tape, the construction adhesive tape.
Oracle Park, I see you all out here in the stands taking pictures on your phones and also taking videos. Make sure you post them on social media. You also add hashtag MonsterJam to all of your posts for a chance to see them right up there on that big screen. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and now even TikTok. And also, if you want to catch 20 years of extreme video content, be sure to check us out on our YouTube channel membership.
The same old shoes with a new attitude. Why would I sing the blues for you? I say, hey, you can't stop me, 'cause my pain, is gasoline. I can't wait, no, for nobody. If you break my heart, is 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. My feet go boom, boom.
You know, Lindsay, we are starting off the Monster Jam season for Stadium Championship Series West. I know I said it already, and I'm going to keep on saying it because this is the first event of our season, but we got to go around Monster Jam because we're not the only ones in action. We have another amazing stadium series on the East Coast that'll get started next week. And then, of course, we have all 3 of our Arena Championship Series, which are in action currently. I want to start talking about our counterparts on the East Coast Stadium Championship Series because we have an unbelievable matchup that is heating up or will heat up next week in San Antonio once they get started. And that is Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger matching up against the Professor, Tom Mentz in Max D, in what will be his swan song, his final year in competition in Monster Jam.
Yeah, there is no doubt that the West Coast got a lot of Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger last season on Stadium Series Blue, and also just recently in Anaheim, able to take basically the entire Superstar Challenge there. And you know, I think that that's going to be a huge matchup on Stadium Series East, is Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger as well as Tom Mentz there in Max D. Now, Tom also going to be celebrating a pretty big year for him, his retirement year, and it'll be interesting, like we talked about earlier, to really see the Professor, who is Tom Mentz in Max D, going up against his student, who is arguably one of the best that Monster Jam has ever seen.
You know, I mean, Tyler Menninga, for my money, no disrespect to anybody who is out here competing in Monster Jam, period. But last year, I think he solidified himself as a top 1, top 2 driver in the sport right now. I mean, he had unbelievably sterling racing record in head-to-head competition, the best in the sport. You mentioned the fact that he swept through the Superstar Challenge in Anaheim in November. He won his first career World Championship at World Finals in the 2-wheel skills competition. So, I mean, he has been on an absolute tear, but now standing in his way is quite literally, by some metrics, the best to ever do it. 14-time world champion Tom Mentz. So, look, I think we have, pound for pound, the best lineup here on Stadium Series West. But that East Coast matchup is going to be absolutely unbelievable. And, of course, we didn't even mention Tristan England making the leap from the arenas to the stadiums behind his World Finals Racing Championship as well. But let's turn our attention to Arena Championship Series West, which was the only series that got started last night, and they did in unbelievable fashion. Congratulations to Brandon Vinson, first overall event champion of the year. But Dalton Whitener in Jurassic Attack, he gets to be called the first winner in Monster Jam in 2024.
Yeah, Dalton Widener, a huge congratulations to him. Being that first-time winner here in 2024 is an incredible accomplishment. But I have to say that that's something that's a little bit unique. Oftentimes, we see that racing winner go on to be an overall event championship winner. Normally, it creates so much fire underneath that truck and so much momentum that that driver goes on to be able to take that trophy. So seeing Brandon Vinson come back there in Gravedigger and be able to grab those skills wins, that donut win, that freestyle win, and come away with the trophy trophy. That's pretty incredible, and that's showing that World Finals Championship style that he had 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, you said it right there. He didn't let the racing loss get in his way. That is Brandon Vincent in Gravedigger. He came back with a vengeance, won the next 3 competitions, won the overall event championship. And, you know, Brandon Vincent has won series after series the last few years. You mentioned the Racing World Finals win 2 years ago, and he is off to the races. Let's take a look up at the video board and check out the lineups for Arena Championship Series Central and, of course, Arena Championship Series East, both of which got started here today. And you can see that the lineups are absolutely stacked with the likes of Kristen Anderson, Armando Castro, Wildside Zach Gardner. I mean, the lineups across Monster Jam this year are absolutely spectacular. Who's going to punch their ticket to Monster Jam World Finals? Well, we have plenty of time to let that unfold, but these lineups are absolutely stacked, and it is a privilege to see Monster Jam no matter where you go in the country this year in 2024.
You're saying the words that I want you to say. There's a pain in my heart and it won't go away. Now I know I'm falling in deep.
As promised, like I said, I'd be here in the stands all night long. My favorite part about coming to Monster Jam events and hosting for you all is getting to meet a lot of new people, and I meet people all the time. As you can see, more are coming over. So I want to introduce you to these folks that have come to see these superstars. Now, what's your name?
Minerva.
Now, Minerva, I'm just curious. You got a lot of folks over here. Who all has joined you today?
It's my husband and my son, my 5-year-old Isai.
Awesome. Now, another question. Is this your first Monster Jam event?
No.
So you're diehard fans, which basically means you know many of these trucks. And I'm curious to know, what is your favorite truck, your husband's favorite truck, and your son's favorite truck?
So my favorite truck is Max D. Isai, which one's your favorite truck? We're here to see Thunderoris. Okay. And then the husband, he's all of them? Del Toro Loco.
So we have a nice mixed bag. We have Max D, and actually Thomas isn't on this tour, but he's incredible. We got an El Toro Loco, and we have a Thunderoris. 3 incredible trucks. Now, Oracle Park, these fans are here to see an incredible event tonight, and I'm sure you all are as well. So on the count of 3, Minerva, do me one favor. Say, let's go Monster Jam. 1, 2, 3.
Let's go Monster Jam!
Give it up for our Monster Jam fans.
Lindsay, I love the energy of week 1, event number 1. I love the energy that these Monster Jam fans bring anytime we go anywhere in California. And this is usually the portion of Trackside where we recap the series point standings. But of course, this is week 1, so we don't have any point standings to talk about and recap. Everybody starts with a clean slate at 0. And to borrow a baseball analogy, hope springs eternal for these 12 competitors trying to make their way to Monster Jam World Finals.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a fresh start, a clean slate, but these 12 Monster Jam superstars were able to practice just last night, and let me tell you, it was crazy. Not crazy destruction necessarily, but just kind of things left and right. We talk about it being kind of a shakedown where these drivers are able to, and as well the crew, to shake down these Monster Jam trucks, see how they've run after really shaking off that dust, shaking off that rust, and seeing exactly how this truck feels and even how it sounds. Somebody who had a hard time with how it sounds was Chris Kohler in Monster Mud. A lot of breakage and a lot of action at all for Team Scream.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing. When you're Team Scream and you are running 4 different Monster Jam trucks on the same series, of course, captained by the legend Jim Kohler in Avenger, but his son Chris Kohler in Monster Mutt, like you mentioned, Joe Foley in El Toro Loco, and Corey Rummel in Megalodon, they're all teammates. They're all on the same fleet. And yesterday during practice, it wasn't so great for him.
It was not. Let's take a look at the video board here. What you're going to see first is that Monster Mutt was at the pit party here today. It was looking beautiful, and actually in that window was Chris Kohler. But what you're seeing here is Team Scream thrashing on this truck. And really what happened was they basically had to essentially rebuild the entire engine. The parts inside that engine had come apart, and that caused the right side rockers to lift. Now what that's really used for is those valves, they open and they close to create air and fuel inside of that motor. And that was not happening. Chris Kohler lost essentially really 4 cylinders, which is really half of their entire motor there in practice. He was barely able to get anything, get to feel on this track, and this is a brand new track style. This is crazy, but you and I know Chris Kohler, and we know that despite the fact he wasn't able to practice, he's still feeling pretty confident.
Nobody is calmer, cooler, more collected under pressure, under truck issues, under any kind of scrutiny than Chris Kohler, which is how he won the Monster Jam Rookie of the Year last season. It was an unbelievable season for him. And, you know, you just see him and you talk to him, and he's not from California. He's from Michigan, but he's got that California swag about him where he just lets it roll right off of his back. If you ever talk to him, you know he is unflappable. And I think that's going to help him not only here today, but of course all season long.
Turn your passion into a career at the University of Northwestern Ohio. From high performance to automotive, diesel, and everything in between, you'll find a degree that will get you a job.
Students that go through our programs have fantastic experiences, and they come out getting good job placements.
70% hands-on, no out-of-state tuition, and accredited degrees in trades that are in high demand all across the country.
10 out of 10. If you even think this is the right place for you, you better just go.
Learn more about your future at unoh.edu.
Get ready, LA. Monster Jam World Finals is coming to SoFi Stadium.
Oh, and he's got it! And there is Extreme Air. Off the container ramp. Yes! Yeah, that's what you want to see.
We can't wait to compete in one of the hottest venues in the country.
It's gonna be epic.
Epic trucks, epic stunts. Monster Jam. If you conquer the Megalodon Loop of Doom, watch out for the gap. Wipe out. Don't give up. Megalodon jumps the gap. You can extend the gap for a bigger challenge. Megalodon conquers the Loop of Doom. Yeah! You can get other Monster Jam trucks in on the stunting action. Jump the gap or wipe out. New Megalodon Loop of Doom from Monster Jam. Other trucks sold separately.
The Monster Energy AMA Supercross season races into San Francisco.
Let's see what they've got.
The world's elite riders compete head-to-head for the coveted Supercross Championship.
Oh, and they both go down. Can you believe what you've just seen?
Don't miss intense racing and Monster Energy Supercross. Coming to Oracle Park, January 13th. Get tickets at supercrosslive.com. An SMX World Championship Series event.
All right, Oracle Park, if you're excited about the event that you're about to witness tonight, you want to make sure you check out World Finals, which is taking place at the SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. All of the biggest and baddest in the history of Monster Jam are going to be there. 24 trucks. The biggest pit party of the year is taking place in the spring, May 18th. Once again, SoFi Stadium, biggest pit party of the year. All out racing, freestyle, high jump, and the skills challenge. It's the biggest and baddest event. More action than you could have ever imagined. So make sure you go ahead to monsterjam.com/worldfinals and you snag your tickets today.
Get ready, LA. Monster Jam World Finals is coming to SoFi Stadium.
Oh, and he's got it! And there is Extreme Air. Off the container ramp. Yes! Yeah, that's what you want to see.
We can't wait to compete in one of the hottest venues in the country.
It's gonna be epic.
John Sapanero and Lindsay Noble back here at the Monster Jam play-by-play desk. But we are not alone. We are joined by 3 of our superstars. We got Camden Murphy in Bakugan Dragonoid, Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger, and Adam Anderson behind the wheel of Gravedigger. And Adam, I want to start with you because you captured the series championship last year on your series. And I just want to talk to you a little bit about your entirety of your career to this point. You've won World Finals, you've won series, you're one of the best to ever do it. So what motivates Adam Anderson in 2024?
You know what really motivates me, it's besides, the people coming out year after year and hearing that we have 3 generations of fans out here now, but it's also the younger guys coming up here and they're pushing me. You know what I mean? It really is. And it makes me drive myself to the next level and try to compete with them because I'm becoming the old dog out on the track now. And, but I want to make sure that I can let them know that I can keep up or surpass what they're doing.
And we'll take it over to Ryan Anderson as well. And as you guys can tell, the brother duo here on Stadium Series West. And what we typically see with brothers is a lot of competition in anything. But here, you really truly work as a team. Ryan, we talked earlier about how it kind of feels like the pressure's off of you because no matter what, these competitors are going to make sure that something's great on the track. How have you been feeling deciding or finding out that you were on tour with your brother Adam?
We've never competed together on a tour, so we're super excited about it. We normally do off-season shows together. They're awesome. They're so much fun. We work together to where when we're at the event, we know we want to go do something crazy no matter what. We're not going to back down no matter who's with us. But I know for a fact, no matter what I do when I go out there on the track, if I fall down early, if I crash early, I got my big brother here. He's got my back, and vice versa. If he has an issue, he knows I'm here and I got his back. So no matter what happens, we have 2 chances for the Andersons to give you the show that you guys paid to have. So we're going to do our best, no doubt about it. We're not going to back down just because one or the other is here. We're just both going to go as hard as we can because we know the rest of this whole group out here is gunning for me and my big brother.
I got to be honest, from personal perspective, when I found out that I was going to be on the same series with Adam and Ryan, I got excited because you guys absolutely will push each other to tear this track apart. But I don't want to leave out the man to my right, which is Camden Murphy and Bakugan Dragonoid. And Camden, you and I started in Monster Jam the same year, and it's been a lot of success for you. Rookie of the Year, Rising Star of the Year, Breakout Driver of the Year, finishing in 2nd at Racing World Finals last season. So really, the next question for Camden Murphy is, what do you have to do to get over the hump, win a series championship, and maybe even win at World Finals?
Man, you never know. Monster Jam is totally unexpected, so anything can absolutely happen. So, honestly, the way I look at it, it's just not my time yet, right? I just can't get down about it, can't get upset about it. Just remember that my time is coming. I hope if I keep doing what I'm doing, my day will come. But, man, it's just so awesome to be a part of all of this, to drive and compete against the Anderson brothers and so many other great competitors that we have here today. So it's awesome to just be able to compete with them. So if I can keep up this year, I'm going to be pumped with that. But it's going to be a tough year. I'm looking forward to it.
Camden, I'm not sure it's if you can keep up. I think it's when you keep up. You are clearly one of the very best that Monster Jam has ever seen. You constantly are cool and collected. But like you said, you've had kind of a string of bad luck. Is this your year to get that revenge and to truly make sure that everything goes right?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like this year is the year. We've come so close to so many different accomplishments, and fortunately had some accomplishments already, but the big ones I wanted, the Series Championship and the World Finals Championship. Those are the ones that I'm missing, and I want them so badly. So, I don't know. I feel like this year's the year. Got some tough competition, but this is it. Bakugan's taking it home this year.
I got to be honest, I can stay up here and talk to you guys about Monster Jam all night long, but that is not what the fans came here for. And quite frankly, it's a little cold up here, so I am not going to let you stand up here any longer. I know you got to get ready. Best of luck to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Camden Murphy, Ryan Anderson, and Adam Anderson.
JCB, we know good enough is never good enough. Simply meeting expectations just won't cut it. We built JCB with that in mind, because in this life, you have to tackle each challenge as it comes. Be strong, be bold, be committed. You have to rise above. You have to be better.
At Lucas Oil, we take pride in creating problem-solving products to make your car care easier. We protect your vehicle and make it run longer, so you can focus on the things that matter most. Whether it's commuting to work, visiting a loved one, taking the kids where they need to go, going to the big game, or anywhere life takes you, Lucas Oil is committed to getting you there for all of life's important moments. Lucas Oil, it works.
Epic trucks, epic stunts. Monster Jam. Roar into Monster Jam stunts like never before. New Monster Jam Thunder Roars drop playset. Whoa, over 6 feet tall. Here comes Thunder Roars. Speed down the mega ramp. Huge jump. Switch stunts and drop in your favorite Monster Jam trucks. Dragon front flip. El Toro Loco corkscrew. Thunder Roars drop from Monster Jam. Other trucks sold separately. Adult assembly required. Batteries not included.
It's time, hurry!
Welcome inside the Monster Jam studio. Breakfast, you hungry?
Starving, are you?
Oh yeah, I'm starving. Championship Series Blue all season long.
Oh, what a move! Wake up with Monster Jam weekend mornings only on MAV TV.
Hey, seriously, Cole? Really?
Last season, Monster Jam debuted a brand new truck in competition, the one and only Thunder Roarus, which was driven last year and this year by Colt Stevens, and he took to it immediately to the fashion of scoring his first career World Finals championship in the freestyle competition. An unbelievable year for Colt Stevens and an unbelievable debut year for Thunder Roarus. While we have the opportunity, let's take a look up at the video board and see what went into the making of that brand new Monster Jam truck.
Every year in Mosh Jam, we try to give the fans something new. The inspiration of Thunder Roars really started with kind of asking from the fans, right? They've wanted a dyno truck for a long time. We wanted something that was different, something that was our own. So going into this decision to make Thunder Roars, we put a lot of different inspiration into different designs and different styles and looks at dinosaurs across the whole scope of dinosaurs. But we really wanted to incorporate some of the backstory that went into the creation of Thunder Roars. So with the red lightning that really went into the creation of this truck in the storyline. So it started with Thundersaurus. We wanted something that really said dinosaur and metallic dinosaur. So putting the roar in the middle of Thunder Roars made a lot of sense. So once we have a design that everybody's really, really happy with, it really starts with creating that concept and getting that art design down. Once we have an art design approved, then we put it into a mold. Once the mold is made, then we can really get it out into a life-size form and try to put it on a truck. So once a mold is made and we actually have a body in the shop, then it goes into the decals and the painting. We really wanted something that spoke to the robotic nature of Thunder Roars and what it is, but we also wanted something that popped, right? So we wanted to keep with the metallic, hence the silver gray, and then we wanted something red and orange, very vibrant, to be able to make it stand out. When we were looking at the design of this truck, we wanted something that was different than what's out there. The mouth is a really big, important part of that. So during the pit parties, you'll be able to see an actual dinosaur with its mouth open. We wanted some scales, we wanted some spikes. Obviously the teeth are a very important part of Thunder Roars. Everything that goes into making this not just a dinosaur, but a robotic dinosaur really kind of tie it all together. So selecting the drivers of Thunder Roars was really important. Keith Speller, who manages our driver program, did an amazing job of picking two driver athletes that would really come out and really own Thunder Roars. And that was really important to us, to have two drivers like Tony and like Colt that would really put their all into the truck. The most rewarding thing with Thunder Roars is really seeing the unveil. Knowing that the fans asked for a dinosaur truck, and we know that kids and adults alike love dinosaurs, we expect this IP and Thunder Roars and more Thunder Roars after that to be able to grow and be able to help Mosh Jam grow.
What better way to end the making of Thunder Roars than to be out here in the stands with our driver, Colt Stevens. Now, let me just tell you, this guy all the way from Houston, Texas, has shown up and shown out in every city we've been to. I've had the privilege of being on tour with him last year. He came home with a skills win, a freestyle win at the Superstar Challenge. He made it to the semifinals. And Colt, I'll let you tell these incredible fans what you took home at the Superstar Challenge as well.
Man, we had so much fun this year. Debuting this truck just 1 year ago. We're here. It's 1 year birthday. I'm excited to be back out here in California. It's like a second home for me. But you know what we were talking about earlier? We came away with a World Finals freestyle win in our first year. Absolutely epic. And you know what? There was a lot of rain that day. So maybe that rain's what I need right here in San Francisco. I'm super excited.
I am too. Now, speaking of rain, as you can see, there's some mud out here. And just so you all know, we had what's called a paperclip track last season. And it's similar, but this is more of a figure 8 vibe. So I'm curious, Colt, based on your observations in your track walk, what are the advantages of this track today and also the disadvantages as far as the makeup of the track and now the muddy conditions?
Yeah, this track is definitely different. I like it a lot, though. It takes a lot of aspects of other tracks that we've driven on. We have an elevated start. You got 2 lefts or 1 right, or 2 rights and 1 left. So that really decides what the driver's going to do and what lane he's going to choose. So that's going to be very important, especially if one's faster than the other, because sometimes that does happen. But I'm excited for it. Everybody was bad fast yesterday in practice, but you know what? It's a new track today, and I feel like we might have the upper edge.
Well, Cole, I am rooting for you, and clearly so are all these incredible fans. Now, you told me there's something you want to do, and we have time to do it really quick, Cole, so I'm going to let you take it away.
You saw the video right there, and you know what? They say this truck comes to life. It's a steel dinosaur, but I need your help. This entire crowd right here is named Thunder Roars for a reason. So on 3, I need the loudest, meanest, craziest roar you got. Are you ready, San Francisco? 1, 2, 3, roar!
And there's no one to bring in the excitement more than Mr. Excitement. I'm joined by Jim Kohler of Avenger and the captain of Team Scream. You heard John and I talk about the fact that that's a 4-truck team, and they are here and they are ready to hit this track with so much excitement. But there's something new that's inside of those Monster Jam trucks here this season that makes you guys definitely compete as huge competitors amongst these teams.
Oh yeah, we went to EFI system, we went to Fuel Tech, and man, that thing runs so good.
And you guys are already very fluent here on the track, all different types of experiences, you with several years of experience, and also your son, who is now going to be on this series tour with you for a 2nd year in a row. What did it take to get these trucks all ready and get set to be able to start here?
Oh, there's hundreds and hundreds of hours. You know, we got done at the Superstar Challenge down there in Anaheim in November. We took from that time till just before Monday, we left to come here to San Francisco to work on trucks, get everything dialed in, get everything ready, because we knew we were coming here. We haven't been here since 2007. These San Francisco fans are chomping at the bit. They want to see monster trucks. They want to see them rock and roll, and we have to bring the best, the baddest, the wildest. So we worked on them day and night. We got them ready, and we're here.
And we did see Chris Kohler's Monster Mutt. We saw that on the screen earlier today. That truck is good to go as far as the mechanical issues that it had yesterday. What else would you like to tell these Monster Jam fans?
I just need to let everybody know in San Francisco, Mr. Excitement is in the house. I hope you guys are ready. Yeah!
Went to the Monster Jam test grounds to show how the original Super Glue, now with Super Unix, can win any challenge. From small,
run super fast, just 10 seconds. All set here.
To the extreme.
Let's see how strong it really is. Yeah, let's see it lift 12,000 pounds.
The extreme power of Super Unix adhesive is shock and vibration proof. So strong, it can lift more than 12,000 pounds. The original Super Glue, featuring Super Unix, the next generation of Super Glue.
The Monster Energy AMA Supercross season races into San Francisco. Let's see what they've got. The world's elite flyers compete head-to-head for the coveted Supercross Championship. Oh, they both go down! Can you believe what you've just seen? Don't miss intense racing at Monster Energy Supercross. Coming to Oracle Park, January 13th. Get tickets at supercrosslive.com. An SMX World Championship Series event.
Turn your passion into a career at the University of Northwestern Ohio. From high performance to automotive diesel, and everything in between, you'll find a degree that will get you a job.
Students that go through our programs have fantastic experiences and they come out getting good job placements.
70% hands-on, no out-of-state tuition, and accredited degrees in trades that are in high demand all across the country.
10 out of 10. If you even think this is the right place for you, you better just go.
Learn more about your future at unoh.edu.
Get ready, LA. Monster Jam World Finals is coming to SoFi Stadium.
Oh, and he's got it! And there is Extreme Air. Off the container ramp. Got it! Yeah, that's what you want to see.
We can't wait to compete in one of the hottest venues in the country.
It's gonna be epic.
What's up, guys? I'm Tyler Menninga, driver of the Gravedigger Monster Jam truck, and what I have here is the Mini LMT by Losi. This thing is fully customizable. Don't get it confused. This is not a toy. This is hobby grade right here. Not only do you have, of course, the BKT tires, you got me in the driver's seat, the oil-filled shocks, the sway bars. I mean, they cut no corners on making this as real as possible, and man, it does truly perform just like a real Monster Jam truck. But not only the Gravedigger, we also have the Son of a Digger as well. Team Gravedigger all the way. Losi has you covered at every angle.
Mav TV is the official television home of Monster Jam, and what that means is every Saturday you can tune in for a double dose of Monster Jam action. We've got classic episodes in the morning, and then 8 p.m. in prime time. We've got brand new coverage from Stadium Series West, Stadium Series East, and the Arena Championship Series as well. But of course, here on the West Coast, you want to make sure to check those local listings. Either way, tune in, join Scott Jordan, Leslie Mears, and the entire broadcast team all season long, only on Mav TV.
Turn it up, dude.
I'm trying, man.
So let's get to it tonight here at Snapdragon
Whoa,
Stadium.
that's how you do it. Oh, what a move. Oh,
And what a great finale to her 2 minutes here. Goatee with a 9.613. A huge score.
You need to be louder.
Monster Jam only on Mav TV. We have seen so many times in the past, like Lindsay mentioned earlier, that the road to the overall event championship can be paved with an early momentum grab with the JCB Racing Competition win. So I want to bring Lindsay back in. Lindsay, you've had the opportunity now to be out on the track, to feel that dirt underneath your feet. We did have some rain earlier this afternoon. It looks like it's cleared up, but the effect on the dirt and the track is going to be there, especially for the first few rounds of Monster Jam Racing. So what are you feeling underneath your shoes?
Well, it is absolutely muddy. Now, these conditions are absolutely crazy because they're constantly going to change. If you want to take a look down here at my feet, right here we've got very much a puddle-like, but here it's going to be a little bit more tacky. And then here, there's really kind of some rocky dirt, some clay dirt. So already just in this 3 feet of space, all different conditions, and that is going to matter so much when it comes to racing. Now, this is already a new track for these Monster Jam Superstars, so they're already going to be adjusting to a track that is really tight, and it's going to be tight even in this baseball field, which is also unusual that we're even going to be in a baseball field. So it's a really good opportunity for our drivers to start learning this track and learning where that they can really make up time versus where they have to make sure that they're tight and consistent. One thing I've heard over and over again from multiple drivers is the fact that this track has an opportunity to create a lot of mistakes, and with these dirt conditions, you never know what's going to happen.
Lindsay, I got to give you credit. Not only are you a great pit reporter, but nobody ruins a pair of shoes quite like you at Monster Jam. You are not afraid to just get ankle deep in the Monster Jam mud, and I appreciate that so much. But in all seriousness, let's take a look up at the racing bracket for the JCB Racing Competition. Who do you think really stands out to you, whether it's in round 1 or it's one of those lucky 4 drivers with the random bye into round number 2?
Oh gosh, I was hoping you were going to ask me that question because there is no doubt the matchup that stands out to me more than anyone else is Son of a Digger's Ryan Anderson against Corey Rummel in Megalodon. And John, you might be over there like, didn't expect you to say that. Well, let me tell you, Corey Rummel is fast. That Megalodon driver is so fast. Not only that, but you just heard the captain of Team Scream mention that they do have that new EFI system that's going to be electrically fuel injected. And that means that these motors are going to be extremely fast here tonight if he can just make sure that he gets a grip on it. He did really, really well in practice yesterday as well. So Corey Rummel is definitely going to be an even matchup up against Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger.
You know, that would have been the matchup that I highlighted as well. Both of them are incredibly fast. Both of them are fast in the mud. Ryan Anderson, the second best racing winning percentage in 2023, 71%. But of course, Corey Rummel, the third fastest practice time yesterday afternoon in conditions that were not that dissimilar from what we're going to see here tonight. But I do have to shout out the fastest racing time, a familiar face, Bakugan Dragonoid, Camden Murphy, 19.397 seconds. Those are just some of the matchups you should look for during JCB racing. And for what you can see throughout the rest of the competition, let's keep our eyes fixed on the video board for Track X.
Continue getting you ready for our 3 competitions. It is time now for Track X, brought to you by Spin Master. Epic Trucks, Epic Stunts, Monster Jam. Up first is the JCB racing competition. We will start with both Monster Jam trucks staged and ready at the starting line. After you see 2 amber lights, the final light will go green, and our drivers will hit the throttle and begin navigating this challenging track, where the race could be won off the starting line with horsepower or with technical skill in the turns. That's where the skill, seat time, and precision of our drivers will come into play. Each competitor has the option to take the corner in a smooth wide drift, never taking their foot off the gas, or they will slightly pump the brakes and hit a tight, narrow turn, avoiding the obstacle and accelerating to the finish line. Next up, it's the Great Clip Skills Challenge, where our superstars will attempt their best 2-wheel maneuvers to wow you, the judges, using only 2 of their 4 BKT tires. In this competition, you will see technical and combination moves, combining skill, concentration, and balance to pull off some amazing maneuvers like stoppies, moonwalks, sky wheelies, poppers, and whatever new innovative trick the Monster Jam superstars dream up. Our final competition of the event is Monster Jam Freestyle. Our Monster Jam drivers will compete for your score by performing the most dynamic freestyle run. The track features unique obstacles which can lead to some awesome maneuvers. Each obstacle can provide the driver a different look as they attempt to perform a run consisting of big air, momentum, wow moments, and backflips as they compete to earn the highest fan score by you at judgeszone.com.
One of the best parts about Monster Jam is that you all get to help us crown our overall event champion. There are millions of other fans just like you all around the world who have done the same thing as well. And my friend Audrey is actually going to help me show you how to do it. All you have to do is get out your cell phones and go to judgeszone.com. Then from there, you'll see 3 X's and you put in the code SFO. You only have 20 seconds to slide that BKT tire up or down and select a score, as well as hit that submit button before scores are locked. So let's all try it together. Go ahead on your smartphones to judgeszone.com. From there, when you see those 3 X's, put in the code SFO, like the airport. Or you can scan that QR code right up there on the video board. From there, slide that BKT tire up or down to select the score. Keep in mind, you only have 20 seconds to get that score in before scores are locked. And we got about 5 seconds left on the clock. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take a look up on the video board and see how you all did. The fan score is 5.942. That is the average of all of your scores, and that is the official score for that truck and driver in tonight's competition. One more time, I want to thank Audrey for showing me just exactly how to do it. She's very excited to pull out her phone during skills and freestyle, and you all should be as well. But make sure when you score, Monster Jam fans, you score both accurately and fairly.
Welcome to Oracle Park, the home of your San Francisco Giants. Your safety is our #1 concern. In the event it becomes necessary to evacuate the facility for any reason, here's the evacuation game plan. If you are seated in the right field quadrant sections 101 through 112, 202 through 212, luxury suites 1 through 19, or sections 302 to 311, walk up or down the aisle to the nearest exit out onto the concourse. Take the lefty old dual stairs, the Willie Mays ramp, or Willie Mays elevator lobby stairs down to join those on the lower concourse level and exit out the lefty old dual gate exit or the Willie Mays gate exit. Elevators and escalators will not be in operation during an evacuation. Those of you seated in the home plate quadrant sections 113 through 126, 213 through 225, home plate suites 20 through 46, or sections 312 to 325, walk up or down the aisle to exit onto the concourse. Take the Willie Mays ramp or elevator stairs down to the lower concourse level and exit out the Willie Mays gate. If you are seated in the left field quadrant sections 127 through 135, 226 through 234, suites 47 to 67, or sections 326 through 336, exit onto the concourse, turn left or right to the 2nd and King Street ramp, or stairwell down to the 2nd and King Street exit, and please continue away from the facility. Centerfield quadrant sections 136 through 148, bleacher arcade sections, proceed down the Marina Gate stairs and out the Marina Gates or out the 2nd and King Street employee entrance. Security and guest services personnel will be available to guide and assist you. Thank you for being prepared to respond calmly in the event of an evacuation.
Now is the time for one of my favorite moments here throughout Monster Jam Trackside, bringing back in both of my co-hosts. And you know what we've got to do? We've got to give our picks for overall event champion, the first overall event championship of the season. Plus, we're going to add something a little bit fun there on the end. And Lindsay, I'm going to come to you first. You've talked to some of the drivers. You've felt the track underneath your feet. Who's your pick for overall event champion here tonight?
Well, first of all, John, you came at me about getting these boots dirty. I can guarantee you my friends and family never expected I would be doing something just like this. And you can see again how crazy these track conditions are here. But someone who's not going to have any trouble with the track conditions is going to be Bari Musauer in Zombie. Yesterday, he had a really great racing pass over and over again when it came to practice. He says the truck is running really well. His crew chief, Julian, has got it made sure that it is exactly what he wants. He's got his shock set. He's got everything feeling good. So when you're looking here behind me, what you're seeing is what we call the berm. This is going to be part of our track here today. And when he comes through this berm, I can guarantee that Bari Musauer knows exactly how to hit it, knows exactly how to make sure that it stops, as well as creating that momentum to be able to make that sharp turn to continue this almost paperclip track here. So there's going to be a lot of excitement when it comes to racing, but also Bari Musauer is fantastic when it comes to freestyle, and he's a Guinness World Book record holder when it comes to donuts, so he's really got it all.
He does. He is the total package of consistency in Monster Jam. And, of course, unlike a lot of these superstars who have been sitting out for 6 or 7 months, Bari's last competition was about a week and a half ago. So he is ready and primed to compete. Eunissa, you've got the pulse of the people. Who's your pick for overall event champion?
Well, first and foremost, John, everyone out here in the stands is naming a bunch of different drivers, but I got to stick to the facts and the things that I've seen over the last 2 seasons. From being our 2017 Rising Star to our 2019 Rookie of the Year from 2017, our 2023 co-breakout driver, I got to go with Camden Murphy, our driver of Bakugan Dragonoid. He has expressed nothing but consistency across the board time and time again. First and foremost, he started with NASCAR, right? So he looks at this track much differently from the rest of the other drivers. And it's also no secret that he is one of the most technical drivers in the game right now. And also on top of that, every time he comes out onto this track during freestyle, he just lets loose. There's consistency, and his combined speed in racing, his effortless skills, and also his fearlessness during freestyle. If you combine all 3 of those on top of all of the experience that he already has, Camden Murphy is definitely taking home the very first ever overall event championship right here at Oracle Park tonight and in Monster Jam history.
You know what? We're sharing a brain on that, and I can't even add anything to it. Camden Murphy, Bakugan Dragonoid is my pick for overall event champion as well. But, Lindsay, I'm going to bounce it back to you. We only got a few moments. Who is going to be your pick for the series champion here on Stadium West? We've got about 17 weeks of competition, but that road starts in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, we talk about the fact that consistency is key. And a lot of these drivers are very consistent and very, very good, not only at monster truck driving, but of course being able to adapt and go with different kind of conditions and different kind of competition. But someone who I think is a complete standout is going to be Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. And the reason why is because we talked earlier today where he says that he's feeling comfortable, he's feeling confident, and he's ready to get behind the wheel of that Son of a Digger truck. You talked about the fact that he's got his brother beside him as well, but he did mention something that really stood out to me, and it was that the fact that really when it comes to a series points championship, that each competitor is so tough here, it's really going to matter about which drivers are making mistakes, and he thinks that he can make the really make the least amount of them. So I think that that series championship is going to go to Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger.
That is a great pick. Unissa, we have less than 30 seconds for you and for me to lock in our picks. Who do you got?
All right, I'll sum it up in short, John. I got to go with the Anderson family. Once again, Adam Anderson in Grave Digger. He definitely is one of the most calm, one of the most controlled, one of the most experienced drivers that we have out here. And he's experienced multiple tracks. So I got to say he's going to take home that Series Points championship. He always manages to get in the lead. He stays in the lead. He's consistent every single week. He's taking it home.
That is another great pick. Two former series champions. I'm going to go in a different direction. He was up here with us earlier, and he said, I guess it's just not my time yet. Well, I think his time is now. 2024, Camden Murphy, Bakugan Dragonoid, first career Stadium Series championship. It's going to happen this year. Book it. One thing is for sure, ladies and gentlemen, whether the two of them are right, I'm right, or none of us are right, you fans are in for one heck of an event. So that'll do it for this edition of Monster Jam Trackside. Welcome to the home of your San Francisco Giants, and welcome to Monster Jam!
Lion, fire inside me blaze like a siren. Why would you try it? Wake up the beast, no I can't keep silent. I put my time in, now it's my time, your time is expiring. Blood, sweat and tears, I conquer my fears. I'm ready to fly, now you know they scared of us. No, they don't care for us, they wasn't there for us. Up in them trenches, hopping them fences, making the plays while they riding the benches. Yeah, got cool intentions, yeah. I see my goal and get colder, just simple with counting our sins. I don't have no friends, I came here to win. My start is your end, now let it begin now. Get loud for me. Get loud for me. Get loud for me. Hands in the crowd, we tearing it down. Get loud for me. Get loud for me. Get loud for me. Hands in the crowd, we tearing it down. Get loud for me.
Oracle Park, the time has come for us to honor our nation's greatest heroes. We ask you to help us do that by going ahead and taking out your cell phones, turning on your flashlights, and holding them high in the night sky as the stadium lights go dim. We do this to honor our active military, our veterans, first responders, and frontline workers.
San Francisco Monster Jam was built right here in the USA. We are truly fortunate to live in the greatest nation on earth. We celebrate its strengths, freedom, resilience, and innovation. We are the United States of America! Presenting our colors, the 319th Expeditionary Signal Battalion Color Guard. Playing our national anthem, please welcome Jules Leahy.
San Francisco, it's time to get loud and say it with me. This is Monster Jam. San Francisco, California. It's the first Monster